Good morning. Oh, let's turn on some of the music. All right. All right. Good morning, everyone. Let's go. Let's get it. GM, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Wow. Nasdaq got the dumps this morning. Nasdaq drank its morning coffee and had to go to the restroom. Holy smokes. Look at that. Let's see, MES. It's insane. That's right. Holy smokes. MES is dumping. Gold's not. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me see the 4-hour again on NQ just to remind myself. Yeah, NQ looks like it could take a still retracement on the higher time frames or even attack this day high and some of these higher time frame points of interest up here. So we'll see what it does though. But man, that's a crazy 5-minute candle. How big is this? Sometimes they look bigger than they actually are. Okay, it's not that big. It's like 90 points. It's still a big candle, but not as big as you might think. I'm going to wait for this opening range to kind of form. But geez Louise, look at that. It's still going. It's taking out all these lows. It's taking out London low. It's taking out this 5-minute low. It's taking out this 5-minute low. Jeez. Good morning, everyone. I see more people just keep coming in and joining up. Appreciate you guys. If you can, like the stream, share it. It'd be really appreciated. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, there's nothing here for me on NQ. I'm not like trying to chase this. I'm looking at MES too, see what it does at these lows. And gold too. See what gold does here. All right, here we are. The gold. Bitcoin, I'm looking to see what Bitcoin does at this low here too. S&P 500 is having ES is having a pretty crazy reaction out of this 15-minute fair value gap. Let's see what MQ is doing. Okay, I'm just checking this out. John, what's up, dude? Good morning. NQ had a massive sell-off today. So far, ES seems like it's retracing that entire sell-off. Below this retracement on the 15, massive wick. NQ seems to be continually to push. Gold just missed my target. Let me see the 15. Did we inverted this, didn't we? Yeah, we could delete this. We inverted it. That's a bummer. Gold might rip up from here. Dude, we caught such a beautiful short last night on gold. I love gold during Asia session. Like, yeah, ES is completely retracing. MNQ. Nasdaq's it's holding that London low. I know, dude. I know. Trust me. I was so frustrated. I was like, it tapped me out to then literally go run to it. Ugh. So stupid. Okay, Bitcoin looks like it might be doing something here. Yeah, we might get a trade opportunity here on Bitcoin. Let me just lock in real fast. is I think we're about to take a long here on Bitcoin. If it presents it, we'll see how it reacts to this low. We'll see how this 5-minute reacts here. I don't love that candle. So the fact that it didn't give me like a large rejection wick off of that, I think I'm going to probably be a little bit more patient. You guys know the kind of wicks I like. But I know, Sean, that was so frustrating, dude, yesterday. It was so frustrating. Oh my gosh. But I'm thankful we were able to catch a banger during. This is our, here, I'll show you the gold trade. This is the gold trade we caught. 1 minute kill shot here on this retracement. And literally we caught this entire move pretty much. We trailed 5-minute order blocks all the way down to this level. We got tapped out on this 5-minute order block. Kind of a bummer because it ran down a little bit further. But, oh well. We caught a really good trade. I missed this one up here. It should have been bigger. But I missed this one up here. It should have been literally entered right up here and we would have caught this entire move. But I missed it. I was focused on a 1 minute kill shot that went for a long. And so I took a small loss there. But then we were able to end the night green on this trade here. Let's go M and Q. M and Q is still just dumping. We're going to delete these, and these. They're irrelevant. And I'm waiting for this 15-minute candle to close, but we're probably going to delete every single 15-minute candle on this leg down because it looks like it's going to invert every single one. Bitcoin still hasn't really given me anything that I'm ready for yet. It hasn't inverted the fair value gap. If this wick, like if it comes up and leaves a pretty large wick here, I'd be very open to taking that. Like if this candle closes blue and leaves a really good wick like this below this low, and there's a little 5-minute fair value gap over here to the left, like I like that. I like that for Bitcoin. Yeah, on Asia. Yeah, gold during Asia session, dude, it smacks. Same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin smacks during Asia session. We took a winner last night too on Bitcoin, too. Really good trade. I'm like, dude, do I stop trading New York session and just go to Asia session? And, like, I'm winning over there. Like, I don't know. Nah, I'll still trade both, but we're almost to Asia low here on Nasdaq, so we'll see. MES looks very choppy. Gold, I'm not really interested in this high. This is the important high here. It's that swing high that pushed down to make a lower low from these lows here. I'm more interested in this high on gold rather than this one. Yeah, okay. Bitcoin's going to give it to me. And if we invert it, I'm going to be taking a long here. Okay, we haven't inverted the fair value gap I'm watching for on Bitcoin, but I like this reaction here. And if we invert it in the next candle, we will be going long on Bitcoin. You're done for the day? Nice. Yeah, dude, the drop is crazy. Good job, dude. Stoked for you, Liam. That's a banger trade, dude. Okay, still no inversion on Bitcoin. So we'll see. Maybe this next candle will do it. Yeah, it looks like this next candle is gonna do it. All right, 25 seconds. So far, this candle is inverting, so hopefully we can catch it. Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't run without me. That's what I'm kind of hoping here. Okay, we put in the order. Now we just gotta see if we get tapped in. And I'll put it on the screen too so you guys can see it. Let's go here. This is the Bitcoin setup. Let me just get it. It might run without me though. We haven't been tapped in yet. What's going on? There we go. Yeah, it looks like we're tapped in. Yep. See how this Bitcoin trade plays out. Oh. Whoa. Okay. That did not work out on Bitcoin. That was quick. All right. It's kind of a bummer. Something must be happening. There's no red folder news today. What is going on? Yeah, there's no red folder news today. That was kind of weird. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, that one did not work. Dude, look at Nasdaq. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna delete these fair value apps. Okay, well, that Bitcoin trade didn't last very long. Yeah, it looks like, wow, this sell-off is crazy today. MES is diving down too now. Okay. This sell-off's crazy this morning. These Louise. I missed it on my hands for a little bit. Holy smokes, Bitcoin. What is happening today? If no news and it happens at the open, it's institutional selling. Yeah. Something, dude. It's just interesting of why it's selling off so hard today. Like this. Like, I haven't seen anything Let's see if I've. Let me see if there's any notifications. Yeah, no, I don't have any like news notifications either, so it must be just a sell-off today. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It looks like Bitcoin might be filling these. Right. We have this range here on the 15-minute. I was kind of hoping that before we go short, we'd at least attack these external range liquidity, right? Or like these imbalances up here. But it looks like it decided to just run down without that. But this range here on Bitcoin, right? It looks like we just tapped into that 50%. And maybe we'll get something here. We also could get a V-shaped recovery here. I don't think he said anything. I was looking for any announcements, but I don't think he said anything. But I want to see what happens here. We might get a V-shaped recovery, which means we probably wouldn't be able to take an entry here, just because there's no lows or levels here that we're like sweeping. But I could see now after this big sell-off and us entering into the discount of this range, right? The discount of this range. Maybe now we could potentially target a long opportunity for Bitcoin. Now Nasdaq, let's look at the 1 hour time frame real fast. Nasdaq could sell off even farther because you have this 4 hour range. That Nasdaq could come down into these levels. So I'm not totally convinced. I don't use it MAs, but MES has broken through these, and then I think ES, yep, has inverted this guy. MES probably is going to invert this, most likely, unless we get some kind of something crazy. Both of these guys, but we'll see. And then gold hit into this high up here for me. I'm wondering if gold's going to have a big sell-off, you know? Bitcoin has, Nasdaq, S&P 500 has. Will gold end up having another big sell-off? I don't think. I guess gold does have a range that it could see some retracement, a sell-off here. And gold's at that level that I'm interested in to see. I want to see how this gold candle closes. I'm also listening to the mentor that I have today. Wednesdays and Thursdays, I try to listen in to him. And if he decides to take something, I might follow him. Next 26 seconds will tell us what this candle does with this 5-minute high here. If it closes above it, we're going to ignore everything on gold and just sit on our hands. But if it gives us a decent wick off of it, I don't love how close that is. Let's see. I'm going to follow my mentor here on this one. I'm going to follow him on this one. We just hopped in a little short on NQ. See if we can get a continuation here with him. I'm a little late to the entry, but he tends to have pretty good trade opportunities. Silver's way up, yeah. I'm not loving this price action on gold here. For in regards to like targeting potential short. I would want to see something a little bit heavier, and we got Asia low. Wait, I marked that out wrong. This is Asia high. And we have Asia high right up here. That would be like a more important level for me. This is NQ, so Nasdaq, that we're on this screen here. We're also keeping track of like S&P 500 or ES, and then we're also watching gold here. Okay. If gold does decide to reject this, I think I might just stay mechanical with it and still take the execution if it decides to come down and invert this. But right now, gold's not giving me nothing. No, I don't trade the Bitcoin index. I trade Bitcoin futures. So on Blowfin. Blowfin's the exchange I use. Hey, let's see. Yeah, I'm liking this reaction off gold. If we can invert this fair value gap, I'll definitely open to taking it. We might get something here on gold. We might. We'll see. It's honestly what I'd prefer is if it retraced up a little bit and then gave a little fair value gap and then inverted that. But we'll see. Yeah, it looks like it might come here. Yeah, it looks like we got subbed out. So it looks like it's actually, let's see on the 5 minute. Nothing really here on the 5 minute for any of my models. I would need to see it come down and sweep again. Okay, this is irrelevant now. Yeah, it looks like gold's giving a reaction out of this fair value gap instead of what I was looking for. And gold looks like it might continue up, which is fine for me. If anything, what I would love is, can we get one more sweep of liquidity on these highs and then come down and like invert this fair value up on gold? That'd be a much tighter stop loss. That'd be this would be the ideal. Like right now, if we could get a rejection off these highs here and then decide to give some like, we'll see. This got 50 seconds left on it. It looks like it's going to push through it though. We'll see. 40 seconds. You trade fair value gaps? That's part of it. Yeah, that's one of the confluences. I don't just trade fair value gaps. I would like to call myself just like a price action trader. Like I watch what the candlesticks are doing, and then I watch how they react to levels, and then I execute based off that. Okay, looks like gold's gonna push through. So we're gonna wait for like Asia high to get hit. Yeah, so we're gonna delete this high. It's irrelevant now. Delete this, irrelevant. So we're just gonna be patient with gold here. I'm not really seeing anything like There was nothing for a long opportunity. It didn't sweep anything. I'm really bummed. This would have been the opportunity if it would have just gone a little bit lower, but it didn't hit it. And that's okay. That means we sit on our hands and we can come back next time. Do you like trading MNQ? Yeah. Yeah, I like Nasdaq. It's got great volatility. I do like trading it. It can be a very frustrating one though. Nasdaq can be very frustrating because like what happened yesterday, it'll come and wick you out and then run. And I was so bummed with yesterday. Yesterday would have been a winning trade, but it wicked us out and then ran. Okay, so we might be taking it. I'm gonna follow him and take another stab at this. If we haven't executed yet, but we might be executing another trade here on Nasdaq. We're watching this fair value up here, seeing if we get something. Oh. Okay, nothing yet on NQ. Let's check over here on Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin's really given. I'd want Bitcoin to come. If Bitcoin's gonna go long, I'd want it to come and sweep some of these lows here one more time. Let's see gold. Okay, gold's almost at Asia high. We're just gonna do this so I don't have to. We'll just set an alert, and then if we get alerted. Oh wait, write it real fast. Only once, yeah. Okay. Yep. All right, we're gonna stay watching Nasdaq for right now until we get alerted on gold. Welcome in, everyone. If you guys can like the stream, share it, leave a comment underneath the stream. Anything is very much appreciated. We're at almost 60 likes. If you can, also there's been 186 people that have been watching. If you can follow, really appreciate it. Goals to hit 1,200 followers today on TikTok. Goal on YouTube is to make 5K followers by end of year, or subs. Yo, good morning, guys. Good morning, Saren. Let me see something real fast. We do have this big 15-minute fair value up on NQ right here. Okay, gold's at Asia high. Let's see how it reacts here. Wow, gold is really displacing here. Yeah, we're hitting multiple day highs. We're in this very large, there's a massive 15-minute fair value gap that we're in. Yeah, okay, I don't think gold's gonna give us anything here. NQ is hitting into this 15-minute fair value gap, so we'll see how it reacts. So is Bitcoin. Let's go here. Bitcoin is also in this, or forming potentially a 15-minute fair value gap. We'll see if it actually forms. Yeah, gold had major displacement through all these levels, so I'm just gonna keep sitting on my hands with gold. I'm bummed it didn't give us something down here. That's a real bummer. It's a beautiful trade though, or beautiful price movement on gold. Okay. Again, following the mentor on this one. I do like what he's seeing though. This reaction out of this 15-minute fair value gap, you got displacement to the downside. Still at Asia low. Okay. One TP will be at this day low here. Watching Bitcoin here. See what it does at this low here. And then also we have, yeah, dude, look at gold. Holy smokes. Gold did the opposite of everything else. Alright, he closed. I'll follow him. Did we close everything? Perfect. Yeah, okay, we got no orders open. I would not be surprised if he tries to take another one here. Yep. Yeah, this will probably be the last trade because I do 3 trades a day. That's it. So we'll see if he executes.
Order filled.
Right. There we go. Okay. All right. This will be the last trade of the day on NQ. Nothing on gold. Hopefully this one can get some displacement here on Nasdaq. It's holding below this Asia low here. And again, I like this day low here for a TP. There's everyone needs stopped out. Yep. That sucks that all of his trades failed. Oh well. I executed. Let's see. Cancel this guy. Okay. Still nothing on Bitcoin. We took one little loss on Bitcoin, or not little. It was a $50 loss on Bitcoin. Hopefully we can get something, but honestly, Bitcoin looks like it's pretty clear. It just closed through the 5-minute low here. If I can get one of my setups here on NQ, like if it'll sleep here and it's my 1-minute kill shot and it fails to displace this low, I will be open to taking that because I was following the mentor on that, but that would be probably the last trade. If we get something here. Gold. I don't love this reaction off gold. Like it wicked this day high, right? But we have this massive displacement, so I'm not really looking to catch a short right now. If anything, the only way I'm looking to catch a short on gold here is if we come up, sweep this high, give a rejection, and then invert some fair value gaps. That'd be what I would want to see on gold. But right now, gold isn't giving me nothing yet. What time is it? 7:24. Okay. Man, ES did it. ES is still dumping. I do have work today. Yeah. I do have work today, so I gotta get off soon. Today's gonna be a long day. Today Today we're gonna be working till 9 p.m. So we start working at 5 a.m. and then we're gonna be working till 9 p.m. tonight. It's a long day. How many hours is that? What's your thoughts on passing funded accounts? I think they are. I think prop firms are and funded accounts are a great opportunity. Do you have a specific question like on funded accounts? Like what you just like on my screen right now? This account I'm trading on Nasdaq is a funded account. It's my Apex funded account. So I'm trading a funded account right now. Do you have any specific questions on funded though, Netwave? I would love to answer them. I have a video I just released about passing your funded accounts, like passing your evals, and a great way to do it. Ways to set up your accounts, which accounts to buy, which way to set yourself up for the best success. And then I also give you 3 trading models in that video. So if you don't have a trading model to use to try to pass your eval, I've given you 3 in there. But I love funded accounts. I think they're a good opportunity for people who don't have a lot of capital. Yes. I am someone who passes it. Like, I'm someone who, if I'm going to pass, like, say today, if I'm going to try to pass an eval for Apex, you can do it in 1 day. So I'm trying to pass it in 1 trade. It is really what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So I'm more aggressive with evals. Some people like to go the slow route, you know, and like take a month. But for me, I just don't think it's not worth it if you're going to, I don't think it's worth it if you're going to be that slow. Like if you're going to try to do an eval, wait for a really good setup and just get it done in 1 trade, right? Like Top Step, you can't do it in 1 trade. You have to take 2 days, right? Or strategically, if you want to do Top Step, you can do Top Step in 1 day. If you trade New York session, then you trade Asia session, but you wait for good setups. But yeah, I'm a big fan of prop firm funded accounts. I think they're a really good opportunity. But I'd tell anybody before you go buy a funded account or an eval, I mean, try to have some kind of strategies, try to have some kind of model or some way that you could do it, and have success at it. If you're not there and you have no place, you don't know where to start, don't buy an eval. Do paper trading and back testing first, figure things out, do some learning, and then get into it. If you use code Maniac, you get 70% off of Apex and a $40 activation fee. It's the lowest account you can get, I think, minus Alpha Futures. I think Alpha Futures might be cheaper, a little cheaper, but I think Alpha Futures isn't as good as Apex, in my opinion. I think Apex is a great one to start. I'm gonna start a series. Right now we have 1 funded account on Apex. We had more, but we lost some. We had more, but then we lost them. We had them for like 4 months, and we just slowly kind of were chipping away, and then we ended up losing them, which I'm kind of glad, because it's when your funded account's like in a hole, it's really hard to get it out of. So I'd rather start fresh. And this funded account we have right now is down. After today, it's down about $980 in the account, so we can definitely get it out of this hole. But my goal is to use the Apex, and we're going to do a series on the content of just scaling to 20 accounts in Apex. And that's like the really cool thing on Apex is you can scale really well and get 20 accounts if funded, and dude, the payouts are really good on that. Gold's still not giving me anything here. S&P 500 isn't either. Yeah, let me know if you have any other questions about them. I love talking about them, and they're fun. They're a fun opportunity. Literally right when we try to take a trade, the market just does this. It was doing this before. We try to take the trade. The market's like, nah, done. And we can't even take a trade. Anyways, we've already taken our 3 trades. The only way I take another trade is if it's my model that I use. But if it's not that, then we're not taking it. All right, let's see what gold does here. Let's see if gold will give us a good rejection off this high here. Or if it'll push through. If gold can give me something here, this will be a potential trade opportunity. Bitcoin did give us this 15-minute fair value gap. And then we have this massive gold 15-minute fair value gap. And maybe even another one here. This gold idea is targeting a little retracement, right? I'm not expecting gold to reverse here. I think gold's kind of made up its mind. But the idea is, right, if we can get a rejection off this high and maybe capture a short opportunity, we're just looking for a retracement back down into this 15-minute fair value gap. We're not looking for like, oh my gosh, gold's gonna dump, all the way down to here. Right? That's important when you're taking counter trend moves, right? Important to realize what you're shooting for. You're not shooting for a massive, crazy move. You're shooting for what you can actually expect the market to give you. And I'm not even saying we're gonna do this yet. I don't know. I still need to see more than just I need to see what we do here. All right, we hit into that high. Let's see how gold reacts here, and see if there's something here. Good morning, everyone. We've had almost 300 people through TikTok. If you guys can like the stream, share it. We really appreciate it. Shoot us a follow. Our goal is to hit 1,200 followers this stream. And if the people who came through would follow, we'd definitely hit it. We can hit it. We only need about 60 more follows on TikTok. Okay, it looks like gold is going to continue through. Dang, man, I'm really bummed gold didn't give us something down here. I'm so bummed, dude. Oh, man, it was so close to hitting the level we wanted. Oh, and look at Nasdaq now. I don't love the way my mentor does his stop losses. He does go really aggressive on stop losses. Yeah. Gold's ripping. Okay. Gold hit all these levels. And I think, how much more time do we got in this 15-minute? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to be sitting on my hands with gold. I don't really see anything yet that I'm really liking here. Yeah, we're breaking above these levels here. Really, at this point, I'd want to see gold like hitting these fair value gaps up here or this one up here. But we're hitting into some very important levels. We're going to start hitting into some very important levels here on gold. I'm still watching Bitcoin, but still I'm not really seeing anything for Bitcoin. Bitcoin honestly could be coming down to attack these London or Asia lows, London lows, and day lows down here. And too bad Bitcoin didn't really give us anything either this morning. There was nothing. It closed above all these highs. Closed above those. It was looking bullish. So really nothing on Bitcoin for me this morning either. Oh, wrong one. Yeah. Dang it, Nasdaq. I'm interested to see how does price react out of this 15-minute fair value gap. Right? Did we get a large wick below this low here too? Right? We have this low here. Does price fail to close below this? Give a good reaction off this 15-minute fair value gap here on Nasdaq. Right? And we're in this 1 hour order block. Let's see the 4 hour on Nasdaq. I don't know. 4 hours still looks pretty bearish. I think I'm gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna try to reverse this. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore it. I don't think it's smart to try to reverse this right now. Yeah, ES is still dumping. Yeah, I don't think it's smart, even if we get the opportunity. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, Emerson. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments or in the chat. We got a lot of people coming through on TikTok. We're almost at 300 people. Gold's ripping. Okay, we're gonna wait for this 15-minute candle to close, and then I gotta shut down stream and start getting ready to head out. Thank you guys so much for EUR Euro NZD. Emerson, do you trade Forex? Nice, dude. Nice. You catch a move this morning on Forex on Euro NZD, or maybe during London session, because I imagine that's more of a London session currency you trade. Or I guess, yes, sir. Nice. Do you trade your own funds, or do you trade with like prop firms? FTMO, nice. Nice, dude. Okay, Bitcoin just crashed through London low. So again, Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin, if anything, this is where we're going to see an opportunity for Bitcoin here. In this area down here. There's Asia low, day low, and a 15-minute fair value gap. That has been That's like from over here, right? We got a lot of levels down here. So maybe this will be where something could happen for Bitcoin. But again, I'd wanted to see it pretty obvious because Bitcoin realistically could go down to attack this external range liquidity, right? Because you got to remember, in the higher time frame on 4 hour, we are looking bearish, or overall bearish on Bitcoin for the time being, even on the day time frame, right? Making lower lows and higher lows. Oh, sorry. Lower lows and lower highs, right? So overall Bitcoin is bearish. So we could see Bitcoin come and attack even lower. I don't know if we'll get something from those lows or not, but I would want to see something pretty obvious. Oh, no. Oh wow, look at that reaction off MNQ. Oh man. Oh man, this reaction on NQ is just beautiful. Thing is, you wouldn't have gotten tapped in yet. Look at ES2. ES is having a good reaction off that level 2. Yes, 15 could just be making an order block. Nice, dude. I'm not sure what ONON is. What is that? Amazing. What asset were you trading? Amazing. Oh, nice. Nice. I assume you were going long. Were the earnings good? Most people I feel like are going long on. Nice. What do you use to trade like stocks like that? Like, what do you use, like Robinhood or something? What do you use for that? Or I know you, Webull, you could do it too. TradingView, okay. What broker do you use? Like, what's the broker you use? Trade station. Nice. Nice. Sweet. How much you make on it? How much you make this morning on that? Nice. That's a good morning right there. That's a banging morning right there. Let's go. Congrats on that. That's good. I love seeing you guys win. Let's go. That's a great morning. Garen locked in 12:50 for the morning. That's a good day. And it's not even, I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's not even 8 a.m. for me. People are just waking up and you're already up 12:50. Your EST, let's go. Okay, so yeah, you're like what? It's like 11 a.m. for you. People are about to get lunch and you already made their monthly salary. Let's go. That's why day trading, that's why I love day trading, dude. I love day trading. Like, if you can figure it out, the opportunities are huge with it. Like, the opportunity's huge with it. Good job. That's so sick. Really? I appreciate it. That's sick. I love hearing that. Was there a specific video that helped you? Or is it just like kind of like the live streams? Sweet, dude. Oh, I love that. That's so sick. I'm glad I'm helping. I'm glad I'm able to help. That's my goal here. Sweet, dude. Lives, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad it's helpful. I'm glad it's helpful. That's why I do all this stuff. Is hopefully that people can walk away, you know, smarter traders every day. All right, and if you guys can come to my lives, and it's like iron sharpening iron, we can help each other out and help, each other become better traders and more profitability. Like there's only, right? If there's only good that could come from it, right? Now, I'm not saying I know everything, but I feel like there's only good that can come from this as we sharpen each other. I want to see this reaction out of this fair value. I might take a stab here, but I don't love that this just created an order block. I don't think I'm not going to take a stab. It's against my discipline. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's against my rules. It's against my rules. I'm going to stay disciplined today. Okay? I'm going to be a good example. I'm going to stay disciplined. We're going to be good traders today. We're not taking this trade. Even though I want to. Trust me, I want to. I want to take the trade. But we're going to be disciplined. If it wins, whatever. We read it right. If it loses, hey, we didn't lose money, right? We set massive orders at 25,500. Yeah, down here. It's right near that day low down there. NQ Goon. I like your name. That's funny. That's a cool name. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's almost 400 people. So much consolidation. Yeah. So much right? Price is figuring out. It had this massive sell-off. Right? And now price is at some key levels. It hit Asia low, London low. It's in these fair value gaps. It's figuring out, is it going to keep pushing? Right? Or is it going to flip on us here? I think with what I'm seeing here, it looks like it's going to keep pushing down to like this day low. But again, I can't predict the future. All I do is react, right? And I think that's really important as day traders is we don't predict the future. We react to what the current candles are giving us. And like with this move right here, it's inverting this fair value gap. It's rejecting all this bullish momentum. It looks like price is going to come down to attack this external range of liquidity and then probably attack this day low. So it looks like the sell-off might continue here with Nasdaq. Well, really, this candle will tell. If this candle inverts this bullish fair value gap, I think it's going to continue the sell-off. I've been hearing bullish all morning, but if it breaks my range, I'm in LOL. Yeah, I mean, it's like if you, so this is a great example, right? People will get stuck in like the bullish mentality, but look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour has this massive expansive range here. It needs to retrace into discount. So like this is completely normal. Like this sell off here is like completely normal. I think here at these fair value gaps down here, this new week opening gap down here, like this is where you could see, okay, let's be bullish now. Where do you see ES going? Let's see. Same thing. ES, I think, is going to retrace down. At minimum, I think ES can go to this day low. But again, we're on this 4 hour time frame, right? Look at this big 4 hour fair value gap. I can't predict the future, but something that's really important is to see how does price react and what does price give you when it hits these key levels, right? If it's going to continue bearish, you know you can target this day low. And then at this day low, we'll wait for what the candles do and what the candles are reading and say, are the candles expanding to the downside or looking like they're going to flip to the upside? And then this leg down will give us footprints to target. But if it begins to expand lower, we know we can target this new week opening gap down here in this day low. So I think it's really important, like, don't get stuck in a bias, but be a student of reading the candlesticks and reacting to what they give you. So almost all my fair value gaps are 15-minute. I can give you, wow, look at Bitcoin, dude. Even Bitcoin is still dumping. Looks like we're not getting, I think Bitcoin's going to give a continuation here at these Asia lows and day lows. But let me show you kind of what I do. Real fast, I'll show you what I do to mark out which fair value gaps I'm interested in and which fair value gaps I don't really care about, okay? I'm going to start from the top down, okay? I'm going to give you literally, this is what I do every single morning before I get to the charts, so I know which fair value gaps to pay attention to and which levels I want to see a reaction from, okay? So I start from the 4 hour, right? And so in the 4 hour time frame, we have a big fair value gap here with a new week opening gap, right? So I would mark that big, here, we'll just do it right now. I'm going to delete all this stuff. I'm going to delete all these fair value gaps and we're literally going to do it together. I'll just show you what I do. We're going to delete everything on the screen right now in regards to fair value gaps and levels. And we'll just do everything. We'll leave the levels of London high and London low and the day lows and day highs. So really we start on the day time frame, and it's very important. Start your morning marking out day lows and day highs that have not been touched yet. So, right, there's this day low that price, if you look at price, what does it look like it's doing? It looks like it's going to target this day low. And then look what we also have here. Look what is also at this level. A 1 day fair value gap. What do you think price is going to do? Price is probably going to test this fair value gap, and then we'll see what price gives us in this day fair value gap. Now, this is a really big day fair value gap if you're someone like me who trades on the 5 minute and the 1 minute. This thing is gigantic. So how do we shrink that down and get more precise levels? Now I'll go to the 4 hour and I'll say, okay, in the 4 hour, we have this large day fair value gap. What 4 hour fair value gaps overlap with this day fair value gap? Okay. And I'll mark out this fair value gap here, this little tiny one. I'll mark out this 4 hour fair value gap here, this massive one with a new week opening gap inside of it, right? So there, boom. Now I can delete this big day fair value gap. I have tighter levels. Okay. Now also on the 4 hour, what do we have up here? We have a 4 hour fair value gap that is starting to present itself. Now it's still got 3 hours on this candle. So we need to wait for this candle to close before we mark out this fair value gap. But that's also something to pay attention to. Now the 1 hour. Okay, I have these two 4 hour fair value gaps marked out. Can I shrink them down? And is there any 1 hour fair value gaps that overlap with this? Boom. There's this one right here. This little tiny guy. Oh, I messed that up. This little tiny guy right here. Delete the 4 hour one. This big 4 hour fair value gap. What do we have here? We have this 1 hour fair value gap. And then we have the new week opening gap down here. Right? So we're tightening things up. Boom. And then this new week opening gap. Delete that guy. So now we have 1 hour fair value gaps we can lock in. Now, another thing you should be doing. So do you choose the highlighted fair value gap? Yeah, so if the 4 hour had, right, we had that big 4 hour fair value gap. I picked the fair value gaps that are within that higher time frame one. Yes. Yes. The higher one of the two. So if you're going bullish, right? If you're going bullish, so look at these two fair value gaps. This 1 hour fair value gap and this 1 hour fair value gap. Well, this one really isn't a fair value gap. It's a new week opening gap. So it's kind of treated a little differently. But if you're bullish, the lower the fair value gap is in that leg up, right? So look at these fair value gaps. These fair value gaps down here will be much stronger than these fair value gaps up here, right? Because they're just higher in that range. And so the higher in a bullish one, the higher the fair value gap, the weaker that fair value gap is. Now, if the fair value gap also overlaps with a discount range. So if you don't know what ranges are, I would recommend you learning this. We have this expansive range here with Nasdaq, right? It basically has not seen any kind of retracement. Look at where this 50% mark is in this range and what overlaps with it, that new week opening gap. This new week opening gap and this 50% line here is going to be very strong on Nasdaq. You're going to see reactions here, right? So that's why when people are calling for longs right now, I don't think so. I think price can go lower, at least to that day low. But I think it'll go lower to this 50% mark here, right? So you mark out those expansive ranges. So now let's go. Now, how do I mark out, how do I get these 1 hour fair value gaps tighter? Then I go down to the 15, and the 15 minutes where I go the lowest. And then I'll go down to the 15, and then we have in this 1 hour these two 1 hour fair value gaps. We have still this new week opening gap, right? So that stays the same. And then we have, look inside this 1 hour fair value gap, two 15-minute fair value gaps. So we're going to mark out those guys. This guy. And this guy. And then I'm going to delete the 1 hour fair value gap. So now I know it's much tighter. But now I know when price right now we're not at anything important. We've kind of erased anything important here on Nasdaq. But now I know if price gets to this day low and starts hitting to these fair value gaps and we start seeing something that's in our model, we can potentially take that trade. It's at a higher time frame point of interest. It's at a place that it potentially could reverse. And we got to remember this fair value gap here. We got to remember this one here is the new week opening gap with the 50% discount line. And this one is going to be our sweet spot. right? It doesn't mean we can't catch something here or here or here. It just means if you're looking for that bullish reversal, this is your sweetest spot for that. And that's how I mark out my fair value gaps and levels. Yes, yeah. Yeah, if I could recommend anybody, learn ranges. Yeah, at the high of new week opening gap, you're gonna see a lot of orders in here. This is where you'll see that this is where you'll see that reaction from. And usually, just so you guys know, usually a new week opening gap will be completely filled before you get anything. Okay, so like price usually with a new week opening gap likes to come all the way through it and then go off of that. It doesn't usually do like this. It usually will go all the way through and then give you something. And if you can see, if you look over here, price gave a little bit into that new week opening gap, but it did not fill it, right? It did not fill it. So this low here on the 15-minute time frame, this low here would be an important low, right? So that low there, that line inside that would be an important level to look out for too. And now you can do that same thing on any asset you're going to look at, right? You can do it on gold. You can do it on ES. You can do it on Bitcoin. You can do it on anything. Thank you guys so much for the follows. I hope that was helpful. I appreciate the love. Let me know if there's any questions. I'm about to hop off soon. Like I'll see if there's any more questions before I hop off. But if you guys want to looking like I'll be waiting till PM. Yeah, I think that would be smart. I don't think right now I don't think you want to try to catch this falling knife. I think it's going to continue bearish unless you get something pretty. I think day low would be the, like, wait for it to hit day low. If it's this close to day low, it's probably going to go to it. Day lows are powerful levels. And like what I think it was NQ Goon said, around 25,500 there's a lot of orders. So 25,500 is right here. Right? There's a lot of orders sitting here. My guess is you'll see some kind of move, hit day low, and then if anything, this is where you'll see some consolidation, maybe manipulation, and then a reversal, or you'll see consolidation, manipulation, continuation, right? The power of three. Yeah. But another thing you can do, right? You have this 15-minute range now, right? If price goes down to this day low, you're going to have this 15-minute range, this 15-minute impulse range. Say it goes down to here. Look at what's at that discount. You have this massive 15-minute fair value gap. So if you try to catch a reversal here, say on the 5-minute or the 1, you try to catch a reversal here, price might not go higher than this, right? Or it might not go higher than this fair value gap here. And that's something important to pay attention to. Because remember, the higher time frame says everything's bearish, right? The higher time frame says everything's bearish. So you're not going to try to shoot for this unless price gives you clear displacement through this level, like higher. But remember, higher time frame is bearish. So we're not looking to shoot for the moon on NQ to all this external range liquidity, especially looking at what does price do in this 15-minute fair value gap and at premium in this range. How does it do that? Dude, look at Bitcoin. Okay, we can delete all this stuff on Bitcoin. It's disrespecting these levels. And same for this guy. And same for that guy can stay. Let's mark out these fresh levels on the 15. You also want to make sure as price is moving and getting you new levels, you're marking them out too as it comes. Let's mark out this fresh 15-minute fair value gap. And there might be one that forms here too. So then in the PM session, you can pay attention to those things. I did take some NQ trades, but we ended up getting stopped out. But the bummer thing was they would have smacked. We were following the mentor on that one. It was right in this area. This consolidation kind of snagged us. But last night we caught a banger trade on gold. I don't know if you saw that. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, wrong one. Let's see. Gold. Yeah, gold's ripping still. Okay. All right. I know there was a lot of questions in regards to the way I mark things out. Any more questions before I hop off? What's up, Kyle? Good morning, dude. Any last minute questions before I hop off? I gotta start heading out for work. I'll give it a little time. Kyle, did you see my gold trade I took yesterday? I caught a short during Asia. I think I captured, I think it's 20.5 points on it. I caught this trade right here on gold. I've been starting to trade gold. Oh, let's go, Kyle. That's a banger, dude. That's a good day. Yeah, I started checking out gold, and my model works in it. I won't be trading tonight. I got work tonight. I wish, but I won't be trading tonight. Wednesdays I can't trade Asia session, but I will be trading Asia session tomorrow. I don't trade ES yet. I watch it, but I don't trade it yet. I'm watching it though, because I've never traded it before, but honestly, I've been liking what I'm seeing on it so far with my models and stuff. I'm only trading NQ now. Oh, nice. That's funny. Yeah, dude, this NQ this morning was insane. Insane dump sell off. That's funny. I trade NQ and gold now and Bitcoin. They're all working for me. So I'm liking it. All right, guys, I got to close off now. I will see you guys later, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll live stream again tomorrow morning. Thank you guys so much. Later, everyone. Let's go. You passed your... Okay, I gotta hop off, but I'm hyped for you guys. You passed your combine. Let's go, dude. All right, see you guys.